Good morning. Uh, Sun's out, thankfully. It was 32 degrees last night, nice and cold. Uh, yeah, kind of sucks. I feel like I'm right at the. Somebody's setting up a Trump 2024 booth across the street. He's been setting it up for like 45 minutes. I didn't know what it was. I just thought maybe he was selling t-shirts or food, like a food stall. But no, it's a Trump thing, you know. I don't know who the candidates he's running against would be, but I feel like Trump is a good wartime president, but at the same time, God, I was not going to talk about politics, but he's got that thing up, and it just made me think about it. So I think that I think Trump was a decent president. I don't think he was a bad president. I don't know that Russia would or China would be making the potential pushes that they're considering making, if he was still in office. But I'm also somewhat fearful because, potentially a madman to some degree, so having his hand on the button could be a scary thing. Could be like two idiots facing off, Putin versus Trump. Could just be two total idiots facing off. But again, I thought his presidency was okay. It wasn't the worst thing ever. We couldn't have an Obama third term, sadly. But, so. But yeah, I'm going to move off that. I'm basically just able to stay just warm enough currently. So that's kind of scary. I'll probably get another sleeping bag soon. I hit 2 thrift stores. Didn't really see anything that I wanted. There's 3 pairs of Star Wars socks, but I just left them in there because I'm like, I just need to wait when I get my first paycheck at this new job and I actually secure the job and settle in somewhat. I'm just gonna go to Marshalls or something and just buy spend $50 any socks and boxers. I just need a few things, so I'll probably just buy new things after I get locked into this new job a little bit more. But yeah, it's cold. Thankfully the sun's out, so I'm not freezing anymore. I can feel my hands, which is nice. So I woke up a little bit last night. Again, it was cold, but I'm able to stay just warm enough at 32 degrees in my Coleman. I think it was 10 degree sleeping bag. But yeah, it's I bought it I think in winter of 2018 maybe, or summer of 2018, something like that. So it's got years on it. So it's not as good as it used to be. It's been washed a few times. But I'm able to stay just warm enough with boxers on, then basketball shorts, then kind of a smaller size sweatpants, kind of tight. Then some jeans on over those, stretchy Lee jeans, like a t-shirt, sweatshirt. Then I wore this jacket. I didn't wear a hat. I just wore my hood over my head. And then the sleeping bag's pretty big, so if I'm tucked all the way in it, I can, basically get my head in it, and then I'll tuck in. So I'm all the way in the bag, but I think the problem is the the dead space around the bag, under, I'm sleeping in the driver's seat, so under my legs there's a lot of cold dead space, I guess you could say, and then the whole top of me is just cold dead space. So it's pretty hard, I guess, for me to stay warm. I started sleeping with my windows all the way up at night because I looked it up. There's enough oxygen in your car that you're not gonna suffocate, and realistically it's not airtight, especially a 20-year-old car. So yeah, but I slept with the windows up, and then when I wake up, I got these because my windshield was dirty for many years, and then I got some spray and stuff, so I got chamois cloth. So now when I wake up, I just kind of chamois cloth everything off. I turn the car on, I let it run for 5-10 minutes, warm up a little bit, and wipe off the windshield, turn on the front defrosters. Again, it's an old car, everything works, just takes a while. I remember when I was living at a hotel in 2020, and I had to drive to work, and it was 15 degrees out, 19 degrees out, further north than I am currently, which I guess hopefully it stays cooler or warmer than that. I had to wear gloves when I drive to work. Like, even if I let the car warm up for 45 minutes, I think it's because I didn't have the air on circulating in the car, and I just had it coming through the engine. So I just would freeze out, you know. You couldn't feel your fingers. Like, I don't have to drive 20 minutes to work on the highway, but couldn't feel your hands by the time you got there, or your toes. It sucked. So I'm just generally concerned about all that. So I gotta make sure I get another sleeping bag. I'll probably spend $100 on it because I want something that's potentially a 0-degree mummy sleeping bag, and then I'm gonna tuck that in my 10-degree Coleman sleeping bag potentially. You know, I'm really hoping I don't freeze to death. And then I was getting real anxious thinking about it earlier because my driver's side door, the handle when I was coming outside one year, it was like cold and it wouldn't open, and bipolar Hulk man is freezing and wants to get in the car, so I was just like yanking up like I just like, let me in, and I took most of the handle off, like 3/4 of it, so there's like a quarter left, and it's like I can put my finger there, like like I can still get it, you know what I mean? But when it gets cold, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna break off and it's gonna suck. So I'm gonna have to come up with something with like zip ties and a piece of wood or something maybe. Or I can just go to the passenger side, but I got stuff on the passenger side. The passenger side is where the Xbox backpack lives, the 3 sun shields, those boots. I'm trying to break them in, but realistically, they shouldn't be in the passenger seat. That cup shouldn't even really be in here. Just headphones. Battery charger should be in my battery charging bag, but yeah. So there's not like a lot of space. I could hop in the passenger seat, like I'm nimble, I'm agile, I'm young. I can do whatever. I slept in the back seat one time in the last. I've only done that like 2 or 3 times, I think, ever. It's just so uncomfortable and so hard to fall asleep. But I got so cold one night, even with my sleeping bag and stuff, and layered up. I hopped into the back seat. Oh, I had another pair of sweatpants on too, so over top of these jeans last night, just to stay warm. And I threw myself off so bad there. But yeah, I hopped in the back seat one night thinking like, oh, I'll stay warmer. I did not stay warmer. I just could not stay warm. I was just freezing. I have leather seats. Like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't keep the warm air in very well. So I give myself like a 5% chance of freezing to death this winter. That's higher than I'd like it to be. Like it to be closer to like 1 to 2. But yeah. So we'll find out what happens this year. Get a new sleeping bag, get a couple things, get new socks, a little bit warmer weather clothes, and hopefully I'll be okay. Again, if I hold this job down for at least like 2-3 months, like winter will probably be over by that point. But at that point, I can opt into having an apartment, I guess. There's one apartment in that town that I guess a lot of people live at that work there. It's probably not very cheap. It's just, I'm gonna guess it's probably like, say, 800, which that might disqualify me from it, but maybe not. We'll find out. I don't know. But it seems like it's gonna be a good job. I think it's maybe auto union. So I don't know. Like I need a job. I need something reliable. I am also kind of concerned though when it starts to snow or things like get bad. Like it's probably 25 minutes to where I technically can sleep, and then it's probably 25 minutes the other way to go to the gym. So like neither one of these things are located in the same place. So I'm kind of hoping they have an employee shower, which I doubt, but I can hope for it. Or I can just hope it doesn't really snow. That's my only other real hope. I put new tires on the car, but my brakes definitely could be done. Should be done. I wish I could have done them, but I'm cheap, and I lost my job, and I was worried that I'd need the money even before I lost my job. Like it was something that happened like a month before, where my boss like took a bunch of work from me. I guess he didn't have anything to do for the day, so he just took a bunch of my work to do for the day, and I ended up having to go home like 2 hours early. And I was like, all right, this is annoying. I started looking around for jobs. So at that point, I was like, I don't think I'm going to do my brakes now, because I think the week before that or something, I did my tires and oil change and stuff. So I was like, I think I'm going to hold on to my money now. And then I ended up just, quitting that job because they didn't see any value in me. But, yeah. I'm just going to hang out here today and then go to the gym tomorrow to charge some more stuff. Just hang out, watch YouTube all day, and try not to do anything. I hate to sit in the car all day, like in the sense that I hate that I'm just sitting here all day, potentially give myself blood clots. But what are you gonna do? You can't really go anywhere or do anything. Stuck in a small town. So yeah, just gonna hang out here today. I'm pretty hungry, but I'm probably gonna try and wait a little bit so I only feed myself like once or something today. I don't know. That's a bad thing, but I've been giving myself candy before I go to bed, so I sleep better. So that's where I found that dollar the other day. It was at the Five Below. Like as I was buying a $5 bag of Sour Patch Kids, which are bad for you, and my teeth are pretty messed up. But I, for the most part, don't stop eating candy in general. But I don't know. Times are hard. I lost my job and stressed out, and I know it helps me sleep. My teeth are already ruined, basically, so some Sour Patch Kids before you go to bed helps sometimes. Yeah. Well, I hope everyone has a good day. It's not supposed to be freezing cold for the next week, so I'm not absolutely terrified. I don't get my first check until the 10th. So I'm going to try and hold off on the sleeping bag, but realistically I can just get it if I need to. It's it's going to be freezing. If it got really cold and I got terrified and I got to the point where I had to run my car because I was so scared I was going to freeze to death, which has happened before. Not here specifically, but South Carolina when I was, I guess, less prepared and, things like that. But, yeah, I'm going to pay my AAA. I'm waiting for my check to actually go in, and then I'll pay AAA their $100 and whatever that I need to pay them because it's worth every penny. And I won't have to worry about it in case I break down or anything. They tell me wherever I need to go. So, yeah. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you guys. I try and keep the camera like level as I can. Like, I'm in a car, so I'm not like perfectly level in general. And then you're sitting on the steering wheel, like just on my wheel, like here. I showed you. You hang out here. Not exactly professional, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of getting a kick out of doing these for myself. Like I said, I hope nobody like in this small crappy town sees me. Ever finds this in any way. I'm not gonna tell anyone, obviously, because I don't want any issues. But yeah. Hopefully somebody sees this one day and gets a kick out of it, or nobody does. And I private them all one day, like who knows. But I haven't implicated myself in anything terrible in any way yet, so I'm not super worried. Just a man documenting his crappy life and journey, Yeah. Have a good day, guys. See ya.